Hey everybody, I just heard and caught wind of a new Fable game. I just beat this game probably for like the 20th fucking time. I love this game. I grew up with this game. I played it when it was initially released on the Xbox. Did you know that Fable was gonna be a Dreamcast game? I was pretty fucking ecstatic to learn that because, as y'all know, I'm a hardcore Dreamcast enthusiast. This is a great game no matter what console it's on. I liked it on this. I thought the controls were a little weird and different this time around. There's a new Fable game coming out and I want to look at the trailer. One of the things that I'm noticing is that there's a lot of backlash and the game's not out.
This is the main character of the new Fable game from Microsoft, continuing the trend of weirdly unattractive female main characters in video games because beauty is objectifying. This is what happens when you consult the woke intersectional feminists.
Looks like we lost another great gaming franchise to the updated for a modern audience woke washing, this time with Fable.
Now with Fable, they're trying to actually push this trans agenda again by making ugly women who look like men so that you can't tell the difference between what a man and a woman is.
Now look, I don't mean any disrespect to the aforementioned cartoon characters that you just saw on screen. I just don't think any of them has ever played Fable because you can play with your gender role in all of the games. This has always been a thing, even in the first Fable game. There is no woke agenda. Either you've played the Fable games before this one, or you've never played Fable. That's how it is. That's just it. And if I may be frank with you, if it's too much for you to handle, well, there's a reason why it is rated M, because it's not for people who are not mature. It's not for the audience who is too immature to play a video game. It's not for people who go on the internet and maul at the screen for 5 hours salivating at a character's face or something. No, it's for people who want to play video games. It's a little silly that a lot of people are just jumping on this, already coming to conclusions when the game's not out. Now, granted, I've never played the second Fable game. People have had mixed opinions on it, and the third one I have played, and I also have mixed opinions on it, but it's generally viewed not so favorably. This new one that's coming out, it's like what, 13 years later after the last one? This new one got a lot of backlash. I just want to enjoy a video game, right? Like, you know, when I come home from work or whatever, long stressful day, I sit down, play a video game. You know, I don't want to worry about like what fucking Jackoff McGee on the Daily Fire or whatever are bitching about. I just want to play a video game, right? There doesn't need to be discourse over a video game unless the video game has underlying themes that are worth exploring, right? Because that requires critical thinking, and there's a lot of appreciation to be had from that. But we're gonna react to the trailer, and if anything is, you know, if it's like, you know, anti-Trump whatever, you know, we're gonna throw rocks at it or something, because that's what Jesus would have wanted us to do. That's in the Bible. Jesus would have wanted you to throw rocks at people, especially a Fable game.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
What do I
Vegetable
think about
enthusiast.
heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Whoa, that's a huge pumpkin.
Walking around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
That is something you do in Fable,
See,
by
I'm
the
not
way.
here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death.
This one, Jack and the Beanstalk trope.
Yeah.
Yo! Oh my god. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes! Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, that was perfect. I loved every fucking aspect of what I just saw. Very mythological. It was extremely sarcastic. Definitely in the fucking same vein as this game. The details were so colorful, eye-popping, and just, it captures your imagination in a very similar way to this one. But I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Just like how just enrapturing this the trailer was. I mean, this, oh my god, it looks so cool. And honestly, if this comes out for Xbox One at all, I'll definitely pick it up because, wow, this was cool. Now, do I think this was woke? No, not really.
Now, as you can see, this man in a dress decided to quote me in one of his videos because he sucks at playing video games and disagrees with my opinions, so all the woke mob.
By the way, in case it gets brought up as a means to attack me, this is not a dress, this is a shirt that my grandmother gave me in her will before she passed away. Show a little respect to my grandmother, please. I don't know what everyone's bitching about. The thing about wokeness is that it's a term coined by the black community in order for, you know, people to recognize that white supremacy and its power structures exist within the United States. That's what the word originates from. But for some reason, people think this is woke. Why? Because there's a black character in there? I don't get it. And I also just don't understand what the outrage is. There's no outrage to be had. There should be enthusiasm. It's also at its fundamental core that what makes Fable so alluring to its fans is that you have all of these choices that you can make as your character grows throughout the story, and specifically what path the main character chooses to go down in order to avenge their family. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is cut and dry when it comes to Fable. Not just whether or not you choose to be good or evil, but also how you present yourself throughout the rest of the universe of Albion. You can choose to be masculine, feminine, rich, poor, evil, even down to the combat. You could be a sorcerer, an archer, or a swordsman. In fact, there's so much detail in this game, you can play the game to where you can be celebrated or disdained by the other townsfolk. So then, if this is really a point of contention, it really should come as to no surprise that you can come out in this game as transgender. Like, if that's really the problem, if that's really what people are so mad about, then I think you're not a fan of Fable. Gamers just can't sit down and play video games anymore. Everything has to be a discourse. And if there is to be a discourse, it should be a productive one. Talk about the lore. Talk about where, you know, the characters go, what their story arcs are. Why is it always like, you know, some virgin fucker, like, well, actually, they wouldn't be fuckers then. Damn, I really went there, didn't I? I think that's all I have for today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. What do you think of the trailer? Do you think it's cool? Do you think that this is gonna be a good game as it is promising right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Peace out, folks.